Now we'll be starting with the Munda governance system. The governance system of Munda tribes is called Munda governance system. General meaning of the word Munda is a specific person, and the specific meaning of the word Munda is the political head of the village. The details of important posts, organization, and facts related to Munda governance are as follows. Now, Munda is the head of the village. This post is hereditary. Its main work is to collect revenue from the villages, maintain the law and order of the village, and settle disputes of the villages. Land prepared by Munda is called Khoot Khati land, and Khoot Khatidar is the person who prepares it. The meaning of Khoot in Munda governance system is family. Hatu Munda, he is the head of the Gram Panchayat. Munda Gram Panchayat is called Hatu. A panchayat, generally inter-village panchayat, consists of several villages is called Parha or Padha. The main function of Padha Parha Panchayat is to settle disputes between two or more villages. It is considered at the top of governance systems of the Munda tribes. It can be called the supreme judiciary, executive and legislative of the Munda tribe, the high Parha and Padha. The highest officer of the Padha Panchayat is the Padha king. Other chief officers of Padha are Kuwar, Lal and Karti. The details of the various offices are as follows. Thakur is the Padha king's assistant. Diwan is Padha king's minister. Pandey is officer of documents keeping. Baragdanj is the village soldier. Daroga is the collector of proceedings of the LMA, controller of the proceedings of the assembly. Lal is the house counsel or advocate. Now, Agda Akhra. Women are not given high positions in traditional Munda administrations. Padha Panchayat is called Akhada. It is also the cultural center of the village. In Munda village, the meeting of Panchayat are organized in Akhada only. The Pradhan of Padha Panchayat is called Monkey, and this post is also hereditary. Pahan, the religious head of Munda village, is called Pahan. Pahan does the work of offering prayers and sacrifices to maintain peace in the village. Pahan is given tax revenue free land, which is called Dali Khatri land. Dali Katari land. Now Mahato, it is the assistant of Pahan. It mainly acts as messenger in the village. Bhoot Kheta, it is a special kind of worship is performed by Pahan to save the village from the wrath of evil spirits. For this, Pahan is given extra land, which is called Bhoot Kheta. With its produce or income, the worship of ghosts and spirits is conducted. Pujara and Pan Bahara. Pahan's assistance is called Pujara or Pan Bahara. Parha king, it is the highest officer of Parha Panchayat. Miscellaneous. Now, in this governance systems of this tribe, there are officers named Diwan, Thakur, Kotwar, Pandey, Katra, Lal that supports the Parha kings in governance. Now, Nagvanshi governance system, history of Nagvanshi governance systems. Nagvanshi governance system was started in the 1st century, that is 64 AD, and Raja Panimukht Rai was the first ruler under this governance systems. This governance system was initiated after Munda Raj. Panimukht Rai was made Sutyambe as his capital. It's near Ratu. Now, the Nagvanshi ruler made favorable changes in the Munda governance systems and tried to expand it further. During Nagvanshi reign, the earlier system of land tax and governance continued to operate. After a long interval and due to invasions of the Mughal, changes in Nagvanshi governance systems are reflected. Nazara, which is a kind of tax, was taken by Mughal army from Nagvanshi kings, which became later mandatory and came to be known as Malguzari. Under the system of Nagvanshi governance, tax was not collected from common Rayat. Thus, the burden of this tax of entire state started falling on the Nagvanshi ruler. The Nagvanshi ruler Durjan Shal was imprisoned by Mughals for not paying revenue regularly. In 1615 AD, Mughal ruler Jahangir held Nagvanshi ruler Durgan Shal captive and kept him in the fort of Gwalior for 12 years due to non-payment of regular revenue. Later, upon his release from captivity, Durjan Shal accepted an annual maintenance of rupees 6,000 rupees. Now, to reduce this burden, the Nagvanshi king started collecting tax, that is Malguzari, from the general public, and the responsibility of collecting it was given to the Manki of Padha. These Mankis were called Bhuinyar in Nagvanshi rule. Bhuinhar. Later on, dedicated Jagirdars were deployed by the Nagvanshi king to collect revenue. Revenue was paid by them only when they was demanded by the Mughal emperor. This agrarian revenue was called Nazrana. Now, after getting Diwani of Bihar, Bengal, and Odisha by East India Company in 1765, the Nagvanshi rulers became responsible for Patna Council. In 1773, Whiteley was made the collector of Chota Nagpur so that tax collection could be done in a smooth manner. In 1780 AD, Chota Nagpur, Khas, Ramgarh, Chatra were combined to form Ramgarh Hill Tracts. It was operated from Sherghati, and Champa was given the responsibility of tax collection. Permanent settlement system was implemented in 1793 AD for regular collection of tax during the British rule, and Nagvanshi rulers, kings were made landlords, that is zamindar. In this way, earlier Jagirdari systems got transformed into Zamindari system. With the implementation of this system, the Nagvanshi governance system came to an end and a new form of English rule was established. Now, Nagvanshi governance systems, Mahato is used to be the most important man in the village. Bhandari, he was responsible for farming and storing grains in King's village. At Patti or Parha level, Bhuinhar was responsible for collecting revenues from general public. He had various judicial and political rights. Pahan was responsible for organizing and conducting all types of religious functions at party level. Maharaj, now it's at the state level. Maharaj, after implementation of Nagvanshi administration system, the king started being addressed with the word Maharaj. Diwan, he was the financial head of the state and was responsible for all financial functions of the state. Pandey, it was the responsibility of Pandey to convey to the people the decisions taken by Panch or Parha Raja. Now, Raja, that is king, was the head of this governance system. Now, Parha Panchayat governance system, it is mainly associated with the governance of Orao tribe. This governance system is similar to the governance system of Munda tribe. The details and important posts, organizations, and associated facts with Parha Panchayat governance are as follows. Mehto. In this system of governance, each village has a chief known as Mahato. It deals with the matters at village level. The experienced and elderly people of the village help with village head in this work. Mahato has both administrative and judiciary powers. It is an assistant of Mahato and Manji. Now, Manji is an assistant of the Mahato and takes Mahato's panchayati decisions to the people. Now, Parha or Padha is an inter-village panchayat consisting of several villages, that is 5, 7, 11, 21 or 22. The main function of Padha or Parha panchayat is to settle disputes between two or more villages. It is divided into three levels, that is low, middle and higher. If the decision is not settled in the lower and middle level panchayats, decision is taken at the higher panchayat. Along with men, women also participate in the proceedings of the panchayat. Now, Parha king, Parha is the head of the Parha panchayat. Matters or cases which are not settled by the Mehto at the village level are transferred to the Parha Raja. Now, Parha Diwan, it is the highest authority that acts as a supreme court. It is above all Parha king and makes coordination between them. Unresolved cases by Parha king are transferred to the Parha Diwan. Now, Pahan is the religious head of the village and performs religious rituals, worship recitations, and marriage-related rituals of the villages. This post is available only to a married person. The land is given to Pahan is called Pahani Bhumi, that is land. And initially, the main task of Pahan was to perform all administrative and religious functions of the village, and the clan related to it was called Pahan Khot. Now, Panbhara, it arranges the catering for the meeting of Parha Panchayat. Now, Baiga is also called Vaida and supports Pahan. It usually serves to pacify the rural deities by worshipping them. Baiga was the priest and temporal head of the village before Mahato charge. Now, Dada Parha, it is an organization formed by joining several villages. In this, each village of Parha is given rights and status in the form of membership. Rights, duties, and identification marks are given to the members according to their posts. Parha Punch, it is organized on the day of Ashwini Purnima. Doodh Bhaiya village, it is if a village wants to be related to any other village without serving ties with the concerned village, then it is called Doodh Bhaiya village. When Doodh Bhaiya village joins the new village, it becomes Antrapraha. Now, miscellaneous under this governance, one village included in Parha is called Parha King village, second as Diwan village, and third as Paniri village, fourth as Kotwar village, and rest village as Praja, that is people village. Now, Manji Pargana governance systems. The governance systems of Santhal tribe is known as Manji Pargana governance systems. Following the pattern of different social systems, this system also communicates their rules and instructions to the children either collectively or mutually by family members right from childhood in order to run the governance system smoothly. On disobeying these rules or instructions, different types of punishments are given by the panchayats. It includes both physical and economic punishments. The Santals have adopted this system of governance from Sauriya Paharia tribes, whose political system was much more democratic. The details and of important post organization and facts related to Manji Pargana governance are as follows. Now, Manji, in this system of governance, each village has a panchayat whose head is called Manji. It is main responsibility for running it is the main it is mainly responsible for running the governance of the village. Manji gets various administrative and judicial rights to run the government successfully. It resolves the problems of land, property, divorce, mutual quarrel, etc. through Gram Panchayat. Manji deals with almost all affairs of the village except for serious crimes like murder. Government intervention is mandatory in case of murder. Manji gets the right of collecting rent and even founding marriage relations. Now, Pramanik or Pranaik, in absence of Manji, his work is conducted by Pramanik. It is also called Deputy Manji. It acts as the now Gudait or Gurait. It acts as the secretary of Manji. Gudaites provides information about any festives or programs to the villages. It also gathers people at one place on several various occasions. It also collects information related to families in the villages. Jog Manji is to assist the Manji in smooth governance. It gives important advice on matters related to birth, marriage, and also solves marriage-related matters. Now, Jog Pranik, it conducts the duties of Jog Manji in its absence. Now, Parganait, in this system, 15 to 20 villages are united to form a Pargana whose head is called Parganait. Disputes between different villages are settled in Pargana. Desh Manji or More Manji, it is assistant to Pragnait, who is the head of 5 to 8 villages. Thus, a Pragnait has more than one assistant. The case which is not resolved by Manji is sent to Desh Manji, and unresolved cases in Desh Manji's Panchayat are transferred to Parganait. In this way, this system seems similar to democratic political function systems. Now, Dishum Pargana, it is located at the higher level than Parganait. The cases which are not resolved in the assembly of Parganait are transferred to Dishum Pargana. It does not exist in all regions. Now, Bagdo Paraja. In the settlement of disputes, discussions are held with some senior elderly peoples of the villages who are known as Bagdo Praja. Now, Lasir Tange, it acts as a sentinel of the village which protects the village from outside attacks. Chowkidar, it works like a policeman. It arrests a person on the orders of Manji. Now, Naike, the religious head of the village is called Naike. The decision on religious offences is given only by Naike. Now, Kudam Naike, it acts as deputy Naike. It conducts the worship of deities outside the village. Kharela Dand, this is the simplest punishment under which a fine of 5 to 150 rupees is imposed on the offenders. Bitlaha is the hardest punishment which is given to those convicted of sexual offences. Under Bitlaha, a sex offender is shunned and driven out of the village. There is also provision to abolish the punishment of the Bitlaha if the convict offers caste feast to the entire village while apologizing. Now, Lobhir Sendra, it is the highest judicial institution in the governance system. Sendra by C, it is the hunting council. Now, miscellaneous except Bhago Praja, all other office bearers are given land in this system of governance. In this system of governance, officers are elected on the occasion of Magh Sim. On basis of Yale rule, that is 1856, legal recognition has been given to the governance of Manji Pargana. That'll be all for this video. We'll be continuing with the rest of the governance systems in Jharkhand in the next video. Thank you.